All right, guys, for this project, we are going to build upon the ideas we used in our last project, in our positive and negative space project, and we are going to create an OptArt project. So what is OptArt? OptArt first stands for optical art or optical illusion art. And what that means is this is a kind of art that is going to kind of play a little bit of tricks on your eyes. It's going to make things look a little bit different than what they really are. And the way we're going to do that is by using color, lines, shapes, and pattern. OptArt was a popular kind of art in the 1960s, and it was completely abstract, so it very rarely ever looked like an actual object. It was usually just... All right, guys, here's what we're going to need today to create our OptArt picture. You're going to need crayons or something to color with. You could use colored pencils or paint or anything you have to color with at home. You're going to need a blank piece of paper. You're going to need a pencil. And if you want to, you could use a marker too. I'm going to use a Sharpie marker to outline mine, but you don't have to do this step if you don't want to. So paper, pencil, and something to color with. All right, guys, so our first step is we're going to take our hand and put our hand in the middle of our paper, and you're going to take a pencil and trace around the outside of your hand, just like we did in our last project. So you're going to trace your hand in the middle of your paper. Remember, make sure you have your fingers open so it's easier to trace, and it'll make your hand look a little bit cooler. Trace your hand, and then you could close your hand off just like that. All right? After that, what you're going to do is take your Sharpie marker, if you choose to use a Sharpie marker or any kind of marker, and you're going to trace around the outside of your hand. Remember, do the best you can. It does not have to be perfect. The reason we do it in pencil first is so that way, if you do make any mistakes, you can always go back in and erase any extra pencil marks you have. So trace your hand with your Sharpie marker. Then you can go back and erase any pencil marks that maybe you have left and get them out of the way. All right? After you have your hand traced, this is where it starts to look cool, and everyone's is going to start to look a little bit different. What you're going to do is you're going to take your marker and you are going to draw a line down the middle of your paper. It could be like a curvy line. So one line down the middle of your paper. Then, on each side of that line, you're going to draw 3 more lines connecting to the middle. Watch. So one line like this, 2 lines, and 3 lines. And then do the same thing on the other side. 3 more lines. 1, 2, 3. So we did 3 lines on each side, so 6 lines altogether. If you look, I didn't make my lines connect. They all kind of go in different directions. All right, after you finish drawing all of your stuff in pencil and then tracing it with marker, you're going to go in and start coloring in your shapes. So the same as we did in our positive and negative project, you're going to color in different spots, different colors. So if I color this part in red, I'm not going to color anything around it red. I could color another shape in a different spot red, but not anywhere right next to it. All right, so you're going to go ahead in and start adding your colors. And just remember, whatever colors you choose to do, just make sure that they're not right next to each other. So make sure that you don't have 2 colors touching that are the exact same color. And that's what's going to make ours look a little bit more like a real OptArt picture. It's going to make it stand out a little bit more. So use whatever colors you choose, just make sure that they're not right next to each other. All right? Here's a look at my finished picture. I chose to do mine in primary colors, but you guys can choose to do any colors that you want. I can't wait to see what you guys make. Send me a picture when you're done.